Hey everybody, we have a new series today. We are going to talk about the body and the arms and the hips and how they all relate to one another and like when certain pieces should move. So we're gonna like put everything together and teach you like what happens when. Because you've heard a lot about movement, but you haven't heard a lot about how to sequence all this stuff together. So I'm really excited about this. We're gonna break this down into a bunch of different pieces. So today's gonna be your overview, and it'll give you an idea of what we're doing. So the first part of the overview is how the body moves. So when your body moves and you're in the takeaway, your tummy and your shoulders work together, both in the same amount of turn and on the same angle. So see how that works? And if I do it from down the line, your hip doesn't move in the takeaway. If you remember our last series, you're going to internally rotate on the right hip. So take a look. So as I'm swinging, my tummy and my shoulders work together and my hip stays pretty still. So this seam hasn't moved much. I've turned into this hip. My tummy and my shoulders have moved at the same amount and on the same angle. So what happens from here is now your tummy really isn't going to move and you're going to turn your shoulders and it may pull you around a little bit. So watch this from the face on angle. So my tummy and my shoulders are going to move. I internally rotate on the right hip. And then my shoulders finish off the swing. So see how there's separation here between my hips and my shoulders? And that's going to be a really important part of our golf swing of bringing us back together. So let me show you that again. Okay, so my tummy and shoulders move, hip stays, and then my shoulders finish off the swing. Now, we're going to see the symmetry of that on the follow-through side of the swing. So follow-through, as I'm going through the ball, my tummy and my shoulders are going to move roughly the same amount and same angle, and then my shoulders are going to go on through. And the hip mostly does the same thing. I'm going to turn my tummy and my shoulders, internally rotate into this left hip from that last series, and then I finish through. So that's how your body moves. Okay, now let me show you the golf club with that. So in a good swing or any athletic motion, there's a neutral kind of narrowing to wide, back to narrowing, back to wide. Same thing happens in your golf swing. So in the takeaway, you're narrow, then at the top you're wide, transition you're narrow, and then in the through swing you're wide. So here's how we coordinate the body and the arms, okay? So as I do that first phase where my tummy and shoulders turn, I'm super narrow. When my shoulders go to turn, that's when I get wide. Then when I transition, I'm back to narrow. Now my tummy and my shoulders move, and then when my shoulders move again, whoosh, now I'm wide. So that's your overview. That's what we're going to be talking about in our next couple of series, in our next couple of lessons, is how we move all that together, some drills to make each one of those really good. But that is your overall view for how your body and your arms all relate to each other in the swing. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.